Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Life with Nati, or welcome in if you're new. My name is Natalia. My friends and family call me Nati, and today we are doing a whip and chat. So, for those of you who don't know what a whip stands for, it is work in progress. So, I'll be working on my kit while you guys do chores or work on your own kit or do other crafty related things or sleep. Treat it like a podcast, I guess. The whip I'm going to be doing today is Alice by Curtis Reikovich. This is a older version of the Dreamer Designs kit, and from what I heard, the newer Dreamer Design kits are better quality than this one. I've been working on this one far too long. I diamond paint much faster than this. I managed to finish two other whips while still doing this one, and it's driving me insane. And it's just the quality of this kit is not the best. And I feel bad saying it, but like I said, it's an older Dreamer design kit. This is a 60 by 80 centimeter canvas. I have the cat face and one, two, three, four, five sections, and they're about this big. I started off with smaller sections thinking, it'll be easier for me, but it just felt like I was going too slow, so I made the sections bigger. Um, yeah, so now that that rant's done, that is the kit that I'll be working on. I'll be working with Randa's Crafty Corners for my singer placer. This is the pumpkin pie as always. Um, and then for my multi-placer, I'll also be using Randy's Crafted Corner um, cucumber water scented putty. If you haven't noticed, I love Randa's Crafty Corner. It's the best. And then, as for my pen, I will be working with the Diamond Art Club's thin multi-placer. This is a eight placer. Sorry, this is an eight placer, and then with their Diamond Art Club single placer as well. This pen is from Timu. It's a glow in the dark pen. I actually love it because of how thick and how it feels. While diamond painting, it doesn't hurt my hand. And then the tray I'll be using, I actually won this beautiful tray in the Love of All Things event that was hosted on Facebook by Snuggy's Crafty Corner. This is a Nix's Notions tray. It's really big, and it's lightweight, so it's not heavy, but it's really big, but it is amazing. I love it. I got it the day before yesterday, I believe. Yes, and I love it. I said that already. Sorry. It is pretty late right now. I tend to let me go ahead and start placing drills, but it is pretty late right now. I tend to do my whip and chats late when everybody is asleep. That way there's not too much noise going on in the background because my house can be pretty noisy. I have a baby. She is now 6 months old, and I have a 14-year-old teenage son, which he can be pretty noisy, but then again, he could be very to himself as well. And then I also have I also have 11 animals, and they definitely could be noisy. So at 9 o'clock, we normally put my daughter down to sleep, and then my son goes to sleep at 10. But around 9, my husband goes upstairs as well with my daughter for the night, and he brings up the dogs with him. And the dogs go into the room, and I just close my crafting room slash living room's door where you guys can't hear the cats, and it's pretty quiet. The only animals in here with me is my bunny and my lizards, and they're very quiet. So that's why I do these whip and chats at night. It's also why I'm not I don't have a particular schedule for my whip and chats, and I really am trying to um, find a good schedule to be able to do these. But you know, if you haven't watched my last whip, I am pregnant. I just found out that I was pregnant, and for those of you knows that while you're pregnant, you are extremely tired and drained most of the day. Then I have a little baby girl that doesn't care if mommy's drained or not. So it's kind of hard for me to find the time to do a whip and chat. Like I diamond paint throughout the day, all day. Um, that's not the hard part. The hard part is recording a whip and chat and me not having to pause every 5 seconds because there's too much noise in the background. So it has been a while since I recorded a whip and chat. Um, and I do apologize for that again. I just explained why. But I do love doing these whip and chats because I do love to rant and vent to you guys. It just gets a lot of stuff off my chest and I enjoy it because I get to rant and talk and chat and also diamond paint all at the same time. So it's a win-win for me. All right, so what is new? Since the last whip and chat, um, I did go to my very first appointment for my pregnancy and and I got my very first ultrasound. When I went to that ultrasound, I'm trying to remember the exact date. Okay, so I went January 10th for my ultrasound, and I was 5 weeks and 6 days. And there is little tiny, tiny baby. So where those arrows are pointing at, that's where the baby is, and that's the sac, and that's the uterus. So yeah, the itty bitty bitty jelly bean is the baby. We are nicknaming this baby Roo, like Winnie the Pooh, the little baby kangaroo. Yeah. I like to nickname my babies while they're in my tummy so that I don't like calling the babies it, you know. So I nickname them. And my daughter, while she was in my stomach and I didn't know the gender, she was Little Panda. Yeah, I think it's adorable. Um, but yeah, I went to my very first ultrasound. Everything looked good. I was able to see the heartbeat. I couldn't hear the heartbeat because the baby was still too tiny, but I still was able to see the heartbeat, and that was amazing. My husband and daughter was in the room, so my daughter was able to be there for the first time that we seen her sibling, and she wasn't happy because she couldn't understand why mommy couldn't hold her and that there was somebody touching mommy, and yeah, she wasn't very happy about it. But I just felt like it was a beautiful experience to be able to have her and my husband there. My son was in school, so he couldn't go. But they did say that if he wanted to, he could be in the room. So I think we're gonna take him, even if we have to pull him out of school. I think we're gonna take him when we find out the gender of the baby. I'm honestly feeling like I might be having a little boy. I really want a little girl because my daughter has so much stuff that she has not worn or used that can be of use for a baby, but it's all floral and pink, so it's not the best or ideal for a baby boy. No judgment, but I won't have a problem putting pink on a baby boy, but too much pink is a little excessive in my opinion. Um, but yeah. So when I went to my appointment, I'm not sure if this person is watching right now, but she did subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much. I appreciate it. I did overhear a lady talking to somebody about diamond painting and how she loved diamond painting. And I looked over at my husband with a big old smile. He goes, "Oh boy." And I was like, "Oh my God, you're not the only one. I am completely and utterly obsessed with diamond painting." And she's like, "Oh my God, for real?" I was like, "Yes, definitely." Um, I went from 0 to 100 when I got into diamond painting, and now I have a huge stash. And yeah, she was like, "Oh, that is amazing." We started talking about it, and then the girl that was with her was like, "It's crazy because I thought I was crazy because I didn't know anything about diamond painting until she brought it up." And I'm like, "It's amazing. It's so therapeutic." And, she agreed with me. And I just mentioned, that I have a channel dedicated to diamond painting and my life. And she's like, "Oh my God, tell me what it is and I'll subscribe." And I told her, and I wasn't able to thank her because I got called to the back before I was able to say thank you for subscribing in person. So if you are watching, thank you again, love. I highly appreciate it. We do need to meet up because I seriously would love to have somebody that is close by, um, who's just as obsessed with diamond painting and we can just diamond paint together. uh, so yeah, that was a little fun thing that happened at my appointment. I don't know, it's just like you don't realize how much of an impact this craft has on people until you are in the mix of it, and especially if you have like anxiety or your brain works too fast. Like my brain does work too fast, and this does slow it down and help me concentrate and focus and relax, um, then you realize just how much of a big impact this hobby has on people. And for those who don't, like in my experience, I know it doesn't go for everybody, but for in my experience, for those people who don't understand what this hobby does for people like me, they can't understand why you spend money on this hobby and you spend so much time doing it. Um, then you feel judged. And there's just a person in particular that just keeps doing the judging, and I'm not going to mention names, but they just constantly is like, "Oh, you need to stop paying. You need to stop buying diamond paintings. You need to do something else with your life, and you need to get out of the house, and you have to go do things." And like I understand that they're saying this out of a good place in their heart. However, they're also not understanding my side of it, and I guess that's like the issue with having somebody who's introvert versus somebody who's extrovert. Um, the extroverted person really doesn't understand why the introverted person is the way they are. And I've tried to explain to them numerous of times that it's not as easy as just get up and go somewhere and go do something. It's not that easy. Like, I would love to just say, "Nati, what is your problem? Snap out of it. Go do something. Don't just sit at the house." But I can't. They don't understand that. It's like I can't just get up. I can't just decide that I'm just gonna want to get out of the house and go to other people's houses and do things. It's not that easy for me. I have severe anxiety when I do leave my house for any period of time. Like, even if it's just a doctor's appointment or to go shopping or whatever, I get severe anxiety and I start panicking and get a slight panic attack. And it's like, it's not as easy as just suck it up. It's going to be okay. You know, it's so hard to explain. I shouldn't have to explain myself, but then I feel bad because I feel like I'm broken and I should be able to just get up and go do things and go to people's houses and go for a walk or I don't. I'm ranting on. I'm sorry. Again, this is what these whips for me is just for me to let go and just refresh my brain. I guess I can say it's really hard for me to explain things sometimes. I'm hoping I'm making sense to you guys. And again, this person that I'm talking about, they might watch this video, and if you are, I'm not meaning any ill intent on what I'm saying. I wish I wish I could be a little bit more understood. This is more than a quote unquote addiction. This is therapy. You know, everybody has their own type of way on coping and therapy. This is my therapy. And yes, it's not a very cheap coping mechanism, but honestly, I've seen the prices of therapy and yeah, it holds no candle to my hobby. And this hobby relaxes me and clears my mind more than therapy has ever. Because I have tried therapy. I have. And I get more anxious in therapy than anything else because I don't know you and you're expecting me to open up and talk to you and I just can't. And then here I am having a whole YouTube channel of me opening up and just talking about my life. But the thing about that is, I feel like I'm basically talking to myself and I'm just venting in the mirror. And then I have this amazing community that supports m- supports people like me. There obviously there's gonna be people who's very judgmental and whatnot out there, but luckily, knock on wood, I have yet to experience that mean, judgmental side of people. I just here been ever since I started with this community, just the kindest people I have ever thought to ever meet are the ones that I've met, not the mean people that I fear I would have met by now. But I'm so grateful just how amazing you guys are. It's just, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so like on a happier note, um, and still on the topic of pregnancy and whatnot, um, I'm super happy because I have a friend that there is this girl that has been my friend for over 16 years. Um, she was there before I was even pregnant with my son. And when I got pregnant with my son, she did say that one day we both will be. Ooh, oh, goodness. One second. I swear I hate this glue. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm done with this canvas. You have no idea. Sorry. Um, no, my friend told me that one day we were gonna be pregnant together, and we were like, you know, we did a friend pact that it's going to happen, and she ended up having fertility issues just like I did. And she literally has given up on getting pregnant. She's done chalked it up that it's not going to happen. Her one and only child is all grown up, just graduated high school, you know. She thought it was never going to happen. And she had texted me, I believe it was actually the same day that I told her I was pregnant. She texted me that she might have to take a pregnancy test, and she said that she was going to wait till the next day for the morning. Um, but she was like, I'm gonna have to take a pregnancy test because I think I might be. but I'm not sure. I don't think I am. I'm not going to get happy. I'm not going to get my hopes up. And I had asked her, I was like, why do you think you are? And she had told me some things I'm not going to say on here. That's her personal information. And I was like, oh my God, girl, I think you're pregnant. She's like, no, I'm I'm not gonna get my hopes up and whatnot. And I was like, okay. And I kid you not, like 20 minutes later, she sends me a picture of a positive pregnancy test. And I honestly couldn't believe it. I was like, is that real? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, we're pregnant at the same time and whatever. And she's like, I don't believe it. And I was like, call me. And then she like called me and then I was like, no, 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 I need you to video chat me because she was in Alabama. I'm in New York. And yeah, that's all right. We have a very long distance friendship. Um, but I did live in Alabama. We went to school together. We went to high school together in Alabama. That's actually how we met. She was I was the only Puerto Rican in the school, and she was one of two uh, Caucasian, I guess you could say, girls in the school. So yeah, we stuck out like sore thumbs. But, we were very quick to become best friends. And where the heck was I going with this? But I had made her video chat me, and she showed me the pregnancy test. And I was like, oh my God, yay, we're pregnant together. And she's like, I still don't believe it. And if you know, you know, because I most definitely know this feeling. When you have been trying for many years to get pregnant, when you finally get a positive pregnancy test, it is extremely hard for you to believe it. When I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, I literally, literally took 5 pregnancy tests. Yes, that's right. 5 pregnancy tests in one day. And still couldn't believe it. And literally took multiple pregnancy tests after that every day until I got my ultrasound. So she really couldn't believe it. And I was like, yeah, she was asking me all types of questions like, is there anything that could give me a false positive pregnancy test? I was like, yeah, I doubt it. It's very unlikely to have a false pregnancy test. It's more likely to have a false negative, but not as likely to have a false positive. So I was like, but if you want to be sure, if you have another pregnancy test, take it. She's like, I only have one more and I want to use it tomorrow morning. And I was like, oh, you stronger than me. Because if I had an extra pregnancy test, I'm taking it. Just like with this pregnancy. I took that first pregnancy test and it came out blazing positive. I was like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And 2 hours later, I took the second one because it was a pack of two. So she was like, yeah, no, I can't take it right now. I was like, okay, that's not a problem. Just let me know when you actually do take it. I'm just proud of you for being strong and not taking that test. I think I talked her into it because she literally hung up with me and then 20 minutes later called me back and was like, I'm taking the test. You're going to be on the phone with me. I was like, I'm down. And I'm telling you, within seconds, that line was even darker than what it was before. I was like, oh yeah, girl, you pregnant. So it's super exciting that I have one of my best friends pregnant at the same time as me. Like we said we were gonna do it, but obviously after years of trying, we just completely gave up on that pact. And I guess that makes sense. A lot of people once you toss in the towel and say, you know what, I'm done trying, I'm just done. that's when you get pregnant. So, yes, super excited. Me and her are pregnant at the same time. And then later that week, I'm sending out pictures of the ultrasound to my friends and family. And another one of my friends, but she's more like my sister-in-law from another mother. So she's my sister-in-law's best friend. They are so close, they're like sisters. So I just tell her that she's my sister-in-law. Yeah, she found out she was pregnant as well. She did her ultrasound at the same amount of time as mine. So her ultrasound said 5 weeks and have I been saying 3 days? It was 5 weeks, 6 days when I found out that when I got the ultrasound, and she was the same. So yeah, I have two friends pregnant with me. So my due date is September 5th. Um, my sister-in-law friend uh, due date is September 11th or 12th, I can't remember. And then my best friend's due date is September 11th. So yeah, we are supposed to be due right around the same time, which is so freaking crazy. But so exciting at the same time. I'm sorry, I just ranted on and on about pregnancy. So sorry. But it's a very big moment of my life right now. A moment I wasn't expecting, but 9 times out of 10, that's how pregnancy is. It's like when you least expect it, that's what's gonna happen. Normally, it's very rare that you get pregnant when you want to get pregnant, especially the older you get. Which makes me kind of happy that I did get pregnant this soon because I probably would have had more of an issue getting pregnant again if I waited later. So I'm happy it happened when it did happen. All right, and let's see what else. Well, tomorrow my daughter has a her another doctor's appointment where she's got to get her shot. So heartbreaking. But on my whip and chat from her last shots, somebody did comment on my video with some advice, which I'm super happy for. Thank you so much for that advice. I'm going to take the advice and give her some Tylenol before we go to the appointment, just to see if it helps her with the pain for afterwards. Like I'm so heartbroken every time we get out of the doctor's appointment where she has to get a shot. I'm just like heartbroken and sad and because she's crying and she's in pain and there's nothing I could do about it. So it's like if I could do this and it helps her just a little bit, I'm gonna be happy. So I will be taking that advice. Plus, I think she's sick. She has been very stuffy the last few days. I'm not sure if she's sick or is it because she's teething. I'm not sure. So when we go to the doctor's appointment, we're gonna figure that out as well. Hopefully, it's just the teething thing and not, oh my goodness, and not that she's getting sick. You guys, I am so sick and tired of this canvas. Did you just see what happened? I tried to move it and it just slid all the way across. Oh, this canvas. I'm gonna be so happy when I'm done with it. And I hate saying that and feeling that way while doing a diamond painting. I want to enjoy the diamond painting and enjoy every moment of it, but I can't with this canvas. I truly can't. I've tried. I even I even put more glue on this canvas before I start. Um, I use Diamond Art Club's adhesive glue and I put it over it, let it dry, and it does help a lot, but it doesn't help the poor quality of the drills. And I'm just trying to be kind with my words when it comes to it. And also keep in mind that it's an old kit. So I have to keep telling myself that over and over again while I'm doing this diamond painting. Um, I'm not even sure if I told you. If I didn't, if I did, I'll cut this part out. If I didn't, then I'll leave it in. But this canvas, as I said on my last whip and chat while I was doing this canvas is for two events. This is for the Alice in a Winter Wonderland event hosted by Life with Lindsay over on Instagram. She also has a YouTube channel here. Um, if you're interested in joining this event, there's still time. This event doesn't close until February 14th, Valentine's Day. So if you have a Alice in a Wonderland kit or Alice in Wonderland themed kit, you can definitely join us over on Instagram. Life and Lindsay, she has such amazing vibes. She's just so happy, so bubbly. I love her. Um, so yeah, even if you don't want to join the event, I highly recommend you looking into her channel. Like I said, she's got the best vibes ever. I love watching her. She's always bubbly and smiley, even when she's sick. She's so sweet. And then the second event that I am doing this canvas in particular for is the Ticket to Ride destination event over on Facebook. Um, I have a blast with that event as well. Um, Basically, I write stories about my trip to Wonderland or Underland. And yeah, it's amazing. So you just if you want to apply for that, you don't have to have Alice in Wonderland, obviously. You would just have to find a kit that reminds you of a movie and a destination, and then you apply, get your ticket number, and you are good to go. I don't know when it ends, and I'm not sure if there's any prizes for either of the events that I'm with, and I really don't care. I'm not here for the prizes, even though I do keep winning trays and whatnot for the events. I'm always super surprised when I win. Because like I said, I'm not doing it for the prizes. I'm doing it for the event. I'm doing it for the community, and I'm doing it to have an excuse to do the canvas and a motivation because if I was not doing this kit for an event, I probably would have rolled her back up, put her in the box, and just took it out of my head. I say that, but I probably wouldn't because that's just not my mind or how I work. But this is pushing me to finish. So I am definitely going to finish. I'm not going to say I'm going to enjoy every second of it, but I'm going to finish it at least. Then I have to make sure I tell myself to edit this video and post it tomorrow. uh, Unfortunately, I feel like I'm a very big I'm a very big procrastinator. Procrastinator. I'm a big procrastinator, and I'm not sure if I said that word right, but um, I I like to put things off as much as I can, but I need to. That is my New Year's resolution is to stop doing that and actually do what I told my brain that I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm gonna do it. I mean, I probably am going to not be able to upload this. I probably just gonna be able to edit it because tomorrow is my daughter's doctor's appointment, and I don't know how she's going to feel or act. I don't know if I'm going to be willing to sit in front of my computer for 3 hours till this thing uploads onto YouTube, but we shall see. And then I do have an appointment on the 1st. so that I can be completely checked in as a new patient, pregnant patient over at the midwifery. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am not happy about it because of the doctor that I'm assigned. I might end up asking them to make sure this is the last time I'm ever with this doctor. Um, so while I was pregnant with my daughter, I've had, I'm high risk pregnancy, and my daughter wasn't a very active baby in my stomach. So, like, whenever we did the non-stress test, I always had non-reactive tests with her. This particular doctor, you guys, I'm not joking. She looked um, at my chart and seen on my chart that I had anxiety. And she's like, "Oh, I see here that you have anxiety." And I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty bad." She goes, "Oh, okay." And in the same breath, she goes, "You do realize you are a high risk pregnancy." I was like, yeah. I knew this from the beginning. And she's like, "Okay. Um, you also are very much aware that there is a high chance that your baby will not make it." I was like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, "Yeah, there's a chance that when you give birth to this baby, that she probably won't make it, or you probably won't make it, and the baby will die in your womb." And I'm like, "Why are you saying this?" And like the way she was saying it, it's just like, you asked me if I have anxiety, and then as soon as confirm that I have severe anxiety, you go off and you say this, and you would think that's where she stops. No, no, baby, no. Um, She leaves the room. I'm shaking and I'm crying. And she's like, "We're going to check your blood pressure before you leave just to make sure everything's okay." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And, she checks my blood pressure, and obviously, you just gave me a panic attack. Obviously, my blood pressure was high. And she's like, "Oh, this is not a good sign. You might have to go to triage." I was like, could this have anything to do with the fact that you just gave me a panic attack and then decided to check for my blood pressure? All right, you guys, give me a second. My daughter woke up. All right, I'm back. But yes, I was like, "Is there any way that this could be with the fact that you just gave me a panic attack by saying that my baby's going to die?" And she's like, "I wasn't trying to give you a panic attack. I was just trying to give you facts." I was like, "But you're a doctor. There is a way that you talk to your patient, especially if they have anxiety and you guys know that this is a trigger to me. There's a way that you approach that conversation, and you did a horrible job at that." And she's like, "Well, it's better to be safe than sorry." Now, mind you guys, I've never, ever had this doctor as my doctor the entire pregnancy. And this was towards the ending of my pregnancy. And she was like, "Well, better to be safe than sorry. I'd rather you go ahead and go to triage to make sure everything's okay." I was like, I'll think about it right now. I just need to calm down and whatnot. She's like, "Okay, I understand, but just letting you know, I really, really would like for you to go to triage." I was like, "I understand you. I heard you. And like I said, I need to calm down first." And because like in my mind, in my heart, I didn't feel like there was anything wrong. She was just, she triggered me and I freaked out. And then just as soon as I freaked out, she asked a nurse to check my blood pressure. I mean, obviously, my blood pressure is going to be high. It was your fault that my blood pressure was high. And that's exactly what I told the nurse. And she's like, "It's understandable why your blood pressure is high then." And that was that. And me and my husband, packed our stuff and was getting ready to leave. We were at the checkout to make our next appointment. And this doctor comes back around the corner and was like, before you leave, I'd really like it if you go to the back and do a non stress test. And this would be my very first non stress test with my daughter. And I was like, I don't know if I want to. She was like, please just to ease my mind, can we just do that? I'm like, okay, whatever. So our appointment got prolonged for another hour, and we went to the back and we did the non stress test, and my daughter was non reactive. So that basically means that her heart rate wasn't matching her movement, so they wanted her heart rate to go up a little bit when she's excited and moving, but it wasn't happening, and it did. It never happened while I was pregnant at all with my daughter, and she's perfectly fine. Um, so she came in and she was like, "Yeah, it was non-reactive. You really need to go to triage." And I felt like she was just trying to scare me into it, and I guess I'm stubborn, but I don't want to feel pressured to do anything, because I feel like nothing good would come from it. And that's just how my brain works. So I was like I said, I will think about it. Um, and if I feel that she's not moving as much, or I feel different or whatever, I will definitely go in. She goes, yeah, no, I think you should definitely go in. I was like, and I think you should stop telling me what I have to do. Like, I was already super annoyed with this doctor. And so, I told my husband, baby, I will think about it. I just need to get out of here. I need to breathe and I just want to go home right now and we'll take it from there. If I feel bad, we will definitely go to triage. He's like, okay, I agree with you. And so we went home and I was feeling fine. Baby was, um, Rose was moving around. She was doing fine. And you would think that was the end. No. This doctor calls me 1 hour after I get home. I'm finally, calming down. I'm finally relaxing. And she calls me when I get home and she's like, I see you haven't went to triage. I was like, it's been an hour. And she's like, yeah, I understand, but I see that you have not been to triage. Are you feeling baby move? I was like, yeah, she's kicking up a storm right now. And she's like, okay, I still think that you should. So she was like, I still think that you should definitely go to the hospital. I was like, thank you for your opinion, and thank you for your concerns. But like I said, I will think about it, and if I feel that she's not moving as much or whatnot, I will definitely go in. Plus, I have a at-home Doppler, so like I can listen to her heartbeat at any time if I feel any concerns that she's in distress or not. And she was like, "I'm sorry. Do you want your baby to die?" I was like, "Excuse me?" She was like, "It seems like you're not taking this seriously. It seems like you don't care if your child dies." I was like, "You know what? I need you to never call me again and never be my doctor again." She was like, "I'm sorry if this is upsetting you, but like I told you already, I don't want your daughter to die. I don't want anything to happen to you, but it seems like you don't care." Yeah, she said it just like that. And there went my anxiety again. And my mother-in-law was there and she was like, oh, no, 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 give me the phone. And I'm back crying, back stressed, back, panicking and whatever. And my mother-in-law just hung up on her. She didn't say anything to her, she just hung up on her. Um, and so this doctor ended up calling another one of my doctors that I absolutely love and told her that I was being stubborn and not wanting to go to triage, that she was concerned with my baby. And so this doctor called me and she talked to me. And she's like, what's going on? And I explained to her what this doctor did. I was like, I was fine. Baby was fine. And she threw me into a panic attack. And then as soon as she did that, she decided that she wanted to do my blood pressure. And obviously, my blood pressure was skyrocketed because of that. She goes, oh, well, she didn't tell me that part. I was like, well, of course she's not going to tell you that part. But yeah, that's exactly what happened. And if you don't believe me, my husband was there and my mother in law's right here whenever she just called me to tell me that my baby was going to die and that I don't care. And she goes, oh, well, that is definitely uncalled for. I was like, thank you. you know? And so, you know, long rant just to say that that very doctor is going to be the doctor that I have to see on the first for this pregnancy. So, needless to say, I'm not excited for this. I'm not happy for this. I don't know how I feel. Um, I just may go to this doctor's appointment and tell them if they can't find me another doctor, then they're gonna have to reschedule me. Because normally I schedule my appointment, and while me scheduling the appointment, they tell me what doctor I'm gonna have. This time around, they didn't do that. They just scheduled the appointment for me without telling me or asking me what's a good day or time. They just scheduled it, and I'm like, that's different. And in doing so, they gave me that doctor, and I am not happy about it at all. So I think I just might end up having to go to a whole different practice because it seems like they're not taking what I say seriously and saying that I don't ever want that woman. I don't ever want that woman on my case, like ever. Because if she did it that time, she could do it again. And I just swore to myself that this pregnancy I will not be stressed out. And yeah, that this situation right here is not helping. I'm sorry, you guys. I know I rant a lot and I talk a lot. Uh, but as I mentioned, it's amazing therapy for me. I hope you guys don't mind. Um, and in the comments, tell me, what do you think I should do? Should I just suck it up? Maybe she doesn't remember me. I don't know. And see if it was just a one-off day and she was seriously concerned with my daughter's health, even though there was really nothing going on for real. I don't know. Okay, that rant's over. Geez, sorry. What else can we talk about? I honestly think I talked about all the big new things that has happened or that is coming up. Um, for now, at least. So let's see. Let's talk diamond painting. Other than this kit that has been giving me the worst headache. Oh, and by the way, before I go on, the 310s in this kit is an absolute nightmare. So what I ended up doing is taking my Diamond Art Club's extra 310s, which I have loads of, and I'm using Diamond Art Club 310s because I was done. I was completely done with this kit's 310s. Oh, like I can somewhat deal with the other drill colors, but the 310 in particular, when I say trash drills, I mean trash drills. Um, or just plain trash. So like the extra bits that were on the diamonds itself were like broken off in the container, and I had to keep picking through all the little bits of it, and uh, complete nightmare. So I just literally tossed those drills and took out my spares from Diamond Art Club. So the 310s on this canvas in particular is Diamond Art Club. Minus the ones at the very top where I was fighting so hard with them. And I was like, listen, I'm just not enjoying myself. I need to find a way to somewhat enjoy this kit. And it's like, I'm almost done with it. And looking at it, this kit is absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, even though there's a lot of gapping. But when you look at it in the correct distance, it's a beautiful canvas. This is beautiful artwork. It's just working on it. So other than this kit, I am working on, I do have two more whips currently. Um, I have my mystery kit that I am doing for my grandma, and then I have Damaged by Anis Guerrero, Diamond Art Club kit. It's a round, so it's a great breather break from the squares that I'm doing. But I'm doing that one for a year-long event on Facebook. It's the NSDP along that I'm doing there, and oh my god, I love this community. I know I say this so much, but I did meet some amazing people that were doing the same canvas as me, and we we got pretty close, and I love it. I love being able to connect with people who has the same hobbies as me and same taste as me. I love it. But yes, I'm doing Damaged. And I honestly want to finish this canvas and finish my mystery kit um, before February. I'm not sure how that's going to work. I'm hoping it does work, but I doubt that I'll be able to finish my mystery kit because I still got quite a ways to go on that. And notice that doing mystery kits is a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be, to be honest with you guys. Um, but I really wanted to wrap up these because I want to participate, and I know I am. Okay, so there is an event coming in February for the month of February, and February is a short month. But there is an event that Manx Arts and Craft here on YouTube um, is going to be making. I believe she's going to be doing it over on Instagram, but it is the Lunar New Year DP along. Uh, I really want to participate in that event. I can use this kit and my damaged kit, damaged by Enes Guerrero's kit. I can do these two kits for that event, and it will take off some pressure on me having to start a new one. But I want to start a new one. So this event is the Lunar New Year DP. So with this event, you can have a canvas that has any of lunar, the Chinese lunar animals in it. If you have like a dog or a rat or a snake, or this year is the year of the dragons, or so if you had a dragon kit, it will be applicable. And if it is Chinese or Asian themed kit. So I was really, really hoping to do my Yume art one. I'm not sure if I wanted to do flower delivery or under the stairs, but I wanted to do one of those kits for that event. But I want to finish at least this kit before I kitted up one of those two kits. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. So I just might end up just using my Enes Guerrero kit because it has a rat on it. And the animals don't have to be like the focal point of the kit. It just has to have that animal in the kit. But if you guys are interested in that event, again, it starts on February. Um, It is with Minx Arts and Crafts. It's hashtag Lunar New Year DP24 over on Instagram. It starts on the 1st of February, ends on the 29th of February. So any Chinese zodiac Asian theme, no new start required, 30 by 40 finish at least, and it has to be legally licensed artwork. So if you're interested, you could definitely check her out on here on YouTube. It's Menx Arts and Craft. She's pretty cool too. All you guys are cool, so. But yeah, I really want to. I'm going to participate in that event no matter what. I just really wanted to use my Yume art kit. But we shall see. We shall see. I'm not going to put pressure on myself. Okay, so there is an event that Derek with Diamonds, here, that's his name here on YouTube, um, is going to be doing. It's a year-long event for Yume art. So is Yume for, I'm sorry, year for Yume 24 event. So if you have like any Yume art kits that you want to do, he does host an event that's year long, and I think that's just like a DP along. It's not prize winning that I am aware of. So I just might be using that event for an excuse to do either under the stairs or flower delivery. But we shall see. You know, it gives me the whole year to work on if I can't do it for the lunar New Year event. Let's see what else diamond painting related. I I have quite a few events I really want to participate in, but I also want to make sure I pace myself because I don't want to burn out. I love this craft and I don't want to give myself reason to not like it. Um, if that's even possible for me, but you know, anything is possible. Um, but there is a few events that I do want to participate in. There is the Dakota event that I am highly interested in. I currently don't have any Dakota artwork, but I do have some that are in my cart on Diamond Art Club currently that just is begging me to press the pay button. Even though I told myself I wasn't going to buy any more kits for at least a month or two. Um, but the good thing is this event doesn't start till March, but I kind of want to make sure I have the kit, you know, with me. That way I don't end up making myself start another kit. I don't know, I can't explain it. I'm trying to make an excuse to buy another diamond painting, but I really truly do want to participate in the Dakota um, event, especially since Dakota herself is going to be in the lives, um, in the weekly lives. So you can definitely talk to her. I think she said she was going to be painting, so we can watch her art come to life. It's something like the Spangler event that I participated in last year and got completely fangirled Randall Spangler himself whenever he was live. So I love those type of things. You know, I love when the artist interacts with us and, you know, you can see them working on their paintings. You can see the painting come to life. I absolutely love it. So I definitely want to participate in this event. So I am keeping my eye on a few kits from Dakota. So that's another reason why I'm like, I don't know if I want to start my Yume just yet because I know Dakota's artwork is extremely confetti heavy and the Under the Stairs and Flower Delivery are also pretty confetti heavy and I just don't want to burn myself out. So I don't know what I should do. What do you guys think I should do? So in the comments below, you guys, tell me what events you guys are interested in doing, or if you guys are doing an event right now, um, or participating in an event right now. What is it? And maybe I'd be interested in in applying too. And if you're not on, doing it, participating, and if you're not participating in an event, um, and you're just doing a diamond painting just because, what are you working on? And if it's not diamond painting related, but it is a craft, what is it? I would like to know. I'm nosy. I admit it. Um, yeah, I love interacting with my viewers. So when you guys leave comments, I get super excited and I read every last one of them and I try my best to comment. And if I don't comment, I will like your message, but I do acknowledge each and every one of you guys. I know I don't get that many comments, but when I do, it's super exciting. All right, you guys, it's been about an hour. If you guys made it this far, oh my God, I love you guys. Thank you. And in the comments below, leave an emoji of a cat. That way I know how many people has watched it to the very end and I can acknowledge and thank you guys. Um, and yeah, this is where I'll be leaving you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It helps me know that you guys liked it. It also helps the algorithm on YouTube and other people can see my video. And subscribe if you haven't already. If you made it this far and you haven't subscribed, something tells me you might like my channel. So hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you're always notified when I upload next. I will definitely see you guys in the next one. Again, there is no schedule. I have a baby and a family and 11 animals. Life can be hectic. So yeah, you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Love you laters.